Welcome, everybody. This is going to be a great program this morning and very special. We're very proud of Carroll County. For the next three programs that we have, next month is going to be Carol Bernstein from Westminster Rescue Mission is going to talk on homelessness in Carroll County. Then in November, we have Congressman Andy Harris, right, Mary? And then December is going to be Children's Chorus of Carroll County. So weather is a big factor. We don't want you guys coming out if it's inclement weather. You listen to WTTR if the weather is not good, because we want you safe and sound and back here. Anyway, I'm going to introduce our mayor, Jim McCarron.
Thank you, Nancy, and welcome everybody. It's after Labor Day, for Pete's sakes. I can hardly believe we're talking about events that'll occur in December this morning. Whoa, where did the summer go, huh? I'm holding on to a little bit of summer. You can see some vacation stubble right here left over from Labor Day. That probably won't last long and might make it through the weekend. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. I hope everybody did have a good summer. I know we did. I had my oldest granddaughter was married this summer down in Key Island in South Carolina. We had a super time down there. Just got back from the Outer Banks Tuesday. I was down visiting my brother. We had a great time down there. So I've had a full summer. Nothing to complain about, I guess. And looking forward to all the things that'll happen in the fall, like the Oktoberfest at the Lutheran Church coming up middle of this month. I don't have the exact date. On October 7th is our own Fall Fest, and it just kind of builds on things from there. So stay tuned to our websites, to our Facebook pages, and things of that nature to know what's going on around Taneytown. And it's a great season to begin. We're looking forward to the things coming up. I'm not looking forward to the cold weather much, but I'm looking for the leaves changing and things like that. So we'll have every season has its own beauty and own features. So let's take care of that. Before I start the mic, I want to start the mic with me today because I've got a kind of an announcement to make regarding my business, Retirement Funding Solutions. As you know, I'm a reverse mortgage banker and spend a lot of time working with folks, financial planners and realtors and individuals helping secure their financial future by using a reverse mortgage. It's a program that was introduced back in 1989 through action of Congress during the Reagan administration and allows seniors to stay in their home, people over 62, to tap in some of the equity, which is typically the largest asset they have, and use that equity to live a better retirement life. Some changes coming up October 7th, though. So if you've ever thought about a reverse mortgage, or you're thinking about a reverse mortgage, or know somebody that might need a reverse mortgage, get in touch with me because there's some changes coming October 2nd that are going to affect the program. And the main effect is that the amount of funds that are available for a reverse mortgage is going to drop slightly, about 5%. So the maximum benefit is available if we get an application in before October 2nd. Another thing that's going to happen is that the interest rates for the mortgage insurance are going to increase or decrease depending on how you're looking at it. This product is insured, which means that you can never owe more on your reverse mortgage than your house is worth. No one has to write a check at the end of this loan. You can never be upside down. You can never be underwater. So you or your heirs never have to worry about how am I going to pay for this reverse mortgage when I'm gone. There's insurance that's built in. And right now the insurance is 1/2 of 1% per annum on your loan balance. And if you use more than 60%, it jumps to 2.5%. Well, It's going to jump to 2% across the board the 2nd of October. So that's probably the biggest change that's going to occur. So if you're thinking about a reverse mortgage, come see me, come talk to me, no obligation. I don't charge consulting fees or anything like that. So let's start down here with Mike and see what happens.
Hi, good morning. I'm Gina Valentine with the Carroll County Bureau of Aging and Disabilities. I'm so sorry. You'll be seeing me in a little bit. I'm talking today. But again, Gina Valentine, the Carroll County Bureau of Aging and Disabilities. I oversee our client services program as well as our veteran services program.
So I'm Sarah Handwerger. I am a veteran service officer. I work with Gina.
And I'm Carrie Kiefer, veteran service officer with the Bureau of Aging.
Good morning, I'm Frank Valenti. I'm in charge of the Carroll County Veterans Independence Project that I'll be talking about a little bit later this morning.
Good morning, I'm Ed Kramer, retired Army guy. I'm working with Frank, unfortunately, no, it's a good thing, on this thing called the Carroll County Veterans Independence Project, which you'll hear more about. Good morning.
Good morning, I'm Jenny Adcock. I'm not with them, but I have a student with me today who just enlisted in the Army when he graduates. So, sorry, put you on the spot a little bit there.
I'm Bradley Sensible, and I'm a student at FSK.
This is moving way too quick. But I'm Mike Crafton. I'm with the Chamber of Commerce, Vice President, but I'm also with the Freemasons, and we have the Child's ID program coming up. We're filling up pretty quick. We're doing the Taneytown Elementary School on the 28th. So if it's something that you're interested in, I've talked about it before, but it's about the ID program for children. Something you keep, something we keep nothing of, and it's always free. Back in 1810, the Masons used to meet in Hunt Valley. We had a retirement home there. We still do. But we used to do the canning all the food and do all the harvest. Well, then they realized when Masons just wanted to keep talking instead of working, they decided they'd feed them. October 6th, from like 6 in the morning till 9, we have what we call Harvest Home Days. And it's where all the Masons meet, and all the lodges are there. And it's a breakfast of one of our brothers up in Pennsylvania has a meat factory that he makes sausage especially for us, 30,000 of them to be exact. All men that would like to be be a part of that, we'd love to have you come. See me after the meeting. It is for men. The ladies do something in the spring, but we'd love to have you come by. Our museum will be open. And you can see what the Masons are about and the things that we do. We're very proud of. But please keep in your prayers the people in our South, in Florida and in Houston. Thank you.
After all that, I've got to wake up first. Yeah, I know. Actually, what Mike didn't say is he's looking for 2 golfers for September the 22nd to play in the Literacy Council golf tournament. So if anybody wants to play golf with Mike, he'll buy your breakfast and whatever and come up. And I am the executive director of the Literacy Council, Sam Greenholz.
Hi, I'm Heidi White. I'm the student tutor coordinator for the Literacy Council.
Good morning, Ken Mercer. I'm the owner of the Advertising Advantage, a promotional products distributor, and I found the right end of the table. I'm a proud veteran of the U.S. Army.
Hi, I'm Nancy Williams. I'm one of the co-coordinators of the Relay for Life here in Taneytown. So we just want to keep ourselves in your radar because we're going to start gearing up for this 2018 campaign.
Kevin Strack, Remembrances by Kevin Photography, 11 weddings in the next 3 months. Booking for 2018.
There we go. Hi, good morning. Jim Fletcher, your special occasion limousine located in beautiful Hanover, however, servicing all of Maryland as well as Central PA. At this time, I'd like to have a moment of silence for the people in Florida that's going to be hit with that hurricane, as well as for the people in Houston. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Jean Burgess, and I'm with No Worries IT. We serve small businesses, nonprofits, and the healthcare industry with their technology needs. So if that is you, I'd love to talk to you.
Good morning. I'm Donna B. Miller from Westminster Island Green Family Fun Center. Happy to be here this morning. And I'd like to talk to anyone who's interested about our Swing for Pink, FORE, playing off on the golf. It's to raise money for the Breast Cancer Center at Carroll Hospital. So thank you.
Good morning. I'm Joyce Mahoney from the Sober Truth. We're a faith-based substance abuse treatment program. And it's very negative, the world that I live in, but I would like to say that there's been 46 deaths in Carroll County because of overdose issues. And so we are your one and only, your first substance abuse treatment program in Taneytown. And we are seeing clients and we're very busy. But because we are new, funding is an issue. So we are having our second annual Family Bull Roast November 4th at the Westminster John Street Fire Hall. And we really need the support of individuals and businesses to help us get through this first 3 years. No funder will fund without 3 years of financial records. So we have to look to the community for help. And also I have the Boscov's Family and Friends program. I want to quickly tell you about it. Boscov's is community-oriented. For all nonprofits in Pennsylvania and Maryland, we have the opportunity to sell you a ticket, and that ticket is $5. And you can shop October 17th. You can be one of 3 winners of a $500 shopping spree. And it doesn't cost the nonprofit anything. They print up the tickets and all that. You just drop your ticket in and go shop October 17th. You can have door prizes and all that. So I do have some of those with me too. So thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. My name is David Thompson. I am with Silverado Mechanical Services. We are a HVAC maintenance company for commercial and industrial in Hampstead, Maryland. And today I'm here representing the Celebrate Recovery Welcome Home program. It's a new program specifically designed for veterans and veterans' family. It is a Christ-based 12-step program based on the 8 principles from the Sermon on the Mount. So for anyone that you know that's a veteran that is suffering from hurts and hang-ups and habits, Celebrate Recovery is 7 p.m. at Life Point Church in Finksburg. Thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Angela Phillips, and it's been a few months since I've been here, but I'm from the Westminster Rescue Mission. We are in Westminster, have been there next year 50 years. We are a faith-based, long-term residential recovery program for men who are dealing with some of the things that my 2 people before me spoke about with issues with addiction for drug and alcohol. Why I put on your table, we are also having a fundraiser on November 11th. So nice that it ties in exactly to our conversation today in the sense of Veterans Day. But it's our Freedom 5K. And we are using the language of freedom and the idea of freedom in both ways, both to celebrate the patriotic and thank our veterans for what they have done on Veterans Day, but also to talk about freedom from the standpoint of recovery and rescue from the addiction of drugs and alcohol. So there's wristbands. I have information with me about the opportunity. If any of your businesses would like to be a sponsor for our event, just talk to me about that. Thank you so much.
Good morning. My name is Claudia Olson. I'm an acupuncturist. I have a couple questions for everybody here. Is there anybody here who is living relatively without pain? Raise your hand. Okay, keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Those with their hands up, do you sleep well? Good. Those with your hands up still, are you stress-free in your life? So those 2 people are the only 2 people, 3 people that don't need acupuncture. Everybody else, you can come see me. I do treat not just physical issues. People don't understand that acupuncture deals with the whole person. So if you're suffering from addiction, I'm doing acupuncture at the Sober Truth with Joyce's folks. Addiction, PTSD for veterans or anybody that's suffering from that, any kind of emotional, mental, physical, spiritual issues that are going on, acupuncture does address it. So my card's on the table, so you can come see me. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Leanne McFadden. I am the Community Development Manager with the American Cancer Society here in Carroll County. I get the opportunity to work with Relay for Life and the Town Council and everyone to bring that event here. I do have good news to share today. I just received, I guess it was August 30th, the FDA approved the first ever gene immunotherapy for children with leukemia. So the money that we raise goes to fund those researchers, 2 of which were really impactful in getting that off the ground. So we fund new research when it's in the lab and they need to go there. So we're really excited. We've had 2 researchers that were a big time part of that. So nice I could share some good stuff with you. I also want to tell you one of our teams here, they're actually Westminster High School class of 1980, who, God love them, alumni team, are doing a golf tournament in Quail Valley on September 22nd. It's on a Friday afternoon, big dinner to follow. So if it's something you might be interested in, a foursome, it's very reasonable. It's their first time ever. So we're trying to rally the troops and get them that experience. So thank you for all you do. And we're going to finish that fight together. Thanks.
Good morning. I'm Audrey Simino at the Community Foundation, and it looks like I could get a lot of help around here today. We just did a press release yesterday to announce the 2017 Philanthropist of the Year, and the person of the year is our own Tom Baird, who is actually active duty with the Maryland National Guard. The family is the Cohn family, who runs the marketing business on Main Street. They bought the old post office. The Browns with Quantum are the business of the year. The youngster's name I can't remember, I'm sorry. Pardon? Kevin. No. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Among us, we have a memory, right? And the nonprofit is the Boys and Girls Club, which of course are launching their brand new facility on Main Street. So we're really excited. It's October 18th. This is one of probably the premier fundraiser for the operations of the Community Foundation. So it's really very, very important for us. It's on October 18th, 7 o'clock in the morning at the Martin's West. Thank you. Martin's West. And you're out of there by 9 o'clock. We've been doing this for 12 years. Nobody's ever stayed over a minute left. It's fabulous. The trophy or the award this year, which was last year made by this gentleman sitting right here, whose name escapes me at the moment, Doug, which was the absolutely stunning tree that he made out of a piece of Carroll County wood by a Carroll County guy for a Carroll County philanthropist. It was fabulous. And this year the award is going to be made by Nick Vincent out of metal, so it's going to be fabulous also. So please, if you can, please come. There'll be invitations going out, and there's a big news release. So it's really exciting stuff for us and very important for the function of the Community Foundation. We are helping to run 280 different funds, one of which you're going to hear about today is the Veterans Center, the new Veterans Center. So we're up to our eyeballs in all of this stuff, and we love every minute of it. So please come and help us with this event. Thank you. Oops, sorry.
Thank you. I'll try to minimize my back. Doug Heck, U.S. Air Force veteran. I'm on the New Windsor State Bank or the NWSB Advisory Board, Taneytown Chamber, Taneytown Museum, Carroll County Landlords Association. So I do want to push starting another financial peace class this coming Wednesday evening at Grace United Church of Christ, Dave Ramsey's program. If anybody's interested, or if you have somebody that you want to bring to the first class for free to get them introduced to it, please do so. See me afterwards. It's a great program on helping families get a household budget together, figuring out how to manage money better, and how to set themselves up for a great retirement and a great future. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Mary O'Keefe from Congressman Andy Harris's office.
Happy to be back here. I wasn't here in August. Wanted to comment on the veterans issue. In our office, we do have a dedicated staff person who assists constituent veterans if they have issues with the Federal Veterans Administration. Much to nobody's surprise, there are issues with it at times, with getting claims or getting paperwork done. And so I wanted to just inform you that if you have any yourself or friends or families that are constituents of Congressman Harris and they have an issue with the federal VA, they're welcome to contact our office, and we on their behalf can make an inquiry on where the status of their claim is or denial.
Morning. I'm Galen Krebs, and I am a licensed public insurance adjuster with Metro Public Adjustment Incorporated. Our office is out of Bensalem, Pennsylvania, and I live at Lake Heritage here in Gettysburg, up here in Gettysburg. I am a retired firefighter with 31 years, also served 5 years in the U.S. Navy, a year in the U.S. Army. So I have dual service. If you or anyone you know has problems getting a fair settlement, fair treatment from their insurance company as a result of damage to their home or to the business property, we help you. We also provide education to educate you about your homeowner's policy before you ever need it to make sure you have what you need. So, Galen Krebs, Metro Public Adjustment.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Judy Stem. Hi, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in forever. Wow, look around the room. I'm a certified wellness educator. Okay, I'm also an independent chocolate distributor. And I have something in my hand that I'd like to offer any one of you that would like to look 10 years younger than you do now. Pal? Okay. Shaklee's been around for 60 years, and they are known for the way they treat your health, okay? We've said for a long, long time we can help you live younger, longer, because you feel better longer, okay? They spent the last 8 years trying to figure out how to do the same thing with all of their nutritional research to make you look younger, longer. And it does come to you guaranteed. If you try it and you don't like it, send it back. But I guarantee you, I had a lady say to me the other day, I see a difference in you in less than a week. It makes a difference. So all you have to do is let me know you're interested in giving it a shot. Give me 5 minutes, and we'll see what you say about it. Because remember, if you wear out your body, where are you going to live?
Good morning. It really does work because this is my mom, but she constantly is considered my sister. So she definitely looks 10 years younger. So good morning. My name is Cindy Eiler, and I'm a first-timer to this business meeting. So thank you. I haven't done this in a long time. I am an independent LuLaRoe consultant, so I sell these beautiful clothes. I want to personally thank anybody that's here with a veterans organization. I just recently quit my full-time job to sell these clothes so I can take care of my father, who is a veteran, and he's in his last days. So the organizations that I have worked with through the VA have been amazing. He's a Purple Heart Army veteran, and I just thank you for everything that you do. Those services have been fabulous, and they are allowing me to help him through those things. So if you are unfamiliar with LuLaRoe and you are a lady and you wear clothes, anywhere from extra, extra small to 3XL, we cover the whole gamut, both professional and loungewear. I'd love to give you my card, meet with you, and also I'm looking for opportunities to assist in fundraisers. We have a fabulous matching program that LuLaRoe does, and I'd love to talk to you about it. So I'm Cindy Eiler with LuLaRoe. Thank you.
Good morning, Chris Ohanian, Infinity Global Travel, full-service travel agency in Taneytown.
Good morning, we're Phil and Cindy Mulligan of Catherine's Cause. I did, 4 years in the Navy, 31 years in the United States Merchant Marine. Catherine's Cause is going to hold a forum on Tuesday. It starts at 7 o'clock at the Community Foundation. Guests are welcome, no charge for guests. If you have nerve enough, bring tissues, because we lecture drunk drivers on their sins.
Good morning, John Wheatman with the Entrepreneur Store. I've got two things this morning. One, how many Taneytown ambassadors are with us this morning? There's more than that. There you go, 1, 2, 3, there. Excellent. Nancy and I still need to set a date, but we have the next certification training coming up soon, within the next month or so, because it's fall. If you're not aware of the program, the Taneytown Ambassador Program is an ever-growing group of folks that learn about Taneytown, learn about the community, then go out and help spread the positive word about the things that are happening here. And we have a good time during the training. If you're interested in becoming an ambassador, see Nancy or see me this morning or at any time. Second thing I have, and back to the Entrepreneur Store, is next Wednesday at the Carroll Innovation Center. It's fall, so the Business and Technology Seminar Series has started up again. I think all the seminars we do are important, but this one is particularly important. It's called Does Your Future Add Up? And it's financial planning and estate planning specifically geared towards entrepreneurs and small business owners. So for the entrepreneurs and small business owners here, and those of you that know folks in that category, it's next Wednesday, September 13th. We get started at about 7:45. Program starts at 8. We're done by 9:15. Breakfast is included and it's free. Financial advisor Carly Hudson with Edward Jones will be presenting a special program on financial planning for entrepreneurs, and then I'll follow up with my attorney hat on some special looks at estate planning, wills and trust for small business owners. So hopefully you can join us there. See me this morning or see Gene Burgess. No Worries IT is our partner in this seminar series, and we'll get you registered and save you a seat on Wednesday. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Stacy Watts with the Division of Rehabilitation Services. We work with people with disabilities that help them get employed.
Good morning, John Hale, Realtor with Long & Foster. Got a home seller seminar coming up October 7th. There's a flyer on the table over there if you're interested.
Morning, Dave Roush, retired.
Good morning, Sam Miller, Division of Rehab Services.
Good morning, Cynthia Lameron, manager of NWSB Bank here in Taneytown. First, I got to put on a hot hat for Bob Miller. He couldn't make it this morning, but the barnyard tickets, bingo tickets are for sale. The cow does the deciding vote at the Harvest Fest October 7th. So please buy a ticket. They're on sale at the bank, at the liquor barn, at the city hall. Also, if you missed seeing Bob today, he's going to be sitting at Kenny's selling tickets this Saturday from 11 to 4, and he made sure, I have to make sure to tell you, he expects to see all of you there. So now on my second hat, I just want to say I've been in this town, excuse me, I'll get emotional, 11 years. Nancy's put me on every committee that I could think of, and it's a wonderful town, but I am stress-free because I'm retiring and moving back to Holland, Michigan. So now I want to bring my replacement. I'm going to turn over to her.
Hi, I'm Belinda Gazelle. I'm from New Windsor. Oh, nope, not anymore. I'm NWSB Bank. I'm the new manager here in Taneytown, so if you have any questions, you can come see me.
Hello, I'm Bobby Davis with the Taneytown Lions Club, and I'm not sporting anything.
Good morning, I'm April Gosnell. I'm the other banker in the room. I also am new to Taneytown, and I, like Cindy, am the first timer here. So I could walk to work. So thank you for having me. I live in Finksburg, started out in Reisterstown, so I'm coming up north. So I've been a Carroll County for 17 years, so it's good to be kind of back in that family grass. So again, thank you for having me.
Good morning, Joe Vigliotti, writer, Taneytown City Council.
Good morning, Kevin Nottingham, First Class Mechanical. You guys felt the weather this morning, so if your heating system ain't working, give us a shout. If you mentioned that you were here, we're offering 20% off anybody in this room for any of your HVAC services. This is Shelby. Shelby's my marketer. She'll be coming to more of the meetings because I can't make as many. Also, I want to just do a little shout out to the outreach in the park, Crossroads Community Church, Crossroads Restoration Church. If you guys get time Saturday, stop in. They're doing great things for the homeless, free haircuts, family games, just all kinds of things. if you get a minute to stop out. So thanks.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm Bill Murphy. I'm with Universal Mobile Healthcare Systems, and I'm the Veterans Advocate Community Outreach for them. And in front of you, we have a Veterans Pickleball Classic, which we're going to have on October 6th, 7th, and 8th at the North Carroll High School. So we're going to have a registration fee of $35 and $5 for each additional event. And the proceeds for this will be going to the Veterans Independent Project. So we hope to see all of you pickleball players out there. We hope to have about between 150 and 200 people, and we're looking somewhere around $6,000 proceeds that will all be going to the Veterans Independence Project. Thank you. Pickleball? Pickleball is one of the fastest growing sports in the United States. It's like a wiffle ball, and you got a tennis net that goes across, and you hit it back and forth. And it's anywhere from 18 to 90 or 100 that you could sign up for it. So it's a lot of senior citizens. It's down in Howard County. They have a large pickleball program down there. And this is going all over the place. And we're really, really excited about it. We have 7 courts set up over at North Carroll High School, and it's really going to be a great event. Thank you.
I'm Laura Balker from The Merchandiser. We can help you market your business in the local community.
Mark?
Hello, I'm Mark Worley, a Marine Corps veteran, and thank you. And I'm a contractor for Carroll Media Center.
We get surprises from the Media Center. They check out who's going to be the speaker, and they try to match them up, which is great. Bill?
Hi, everyone. I'm glad to be here this morning. My name's Bill Sipes. I'm a vocational construction teacher at Silver Oak Academy. I've had the pleasure this morning of meeting with a couple people and getting some cards. We have some young men up there that have went through some diversity in their life, some problems in their life, but these are great young men. So I really would ask to reach out in partnership. I talked to a couple people here about coming out to a STEM fair with us to give these guys different opportunities, things that they have maybe never seen before or even thought about. So there's some great opportunities for you to help out these young men, and in turn, these young men can help you out. For this young man here in the front, I'm a former Army veteran. I just want to tell you one thing, Rangers lead the way.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Paul Pita. I teach digital media arts at Silver Oak Academy. So anything from graphic design, web design, computer graphics, 3D animation, and video production are the classes what we teach in digital media arts class at Silver Oak Academy, and I'm the instructor there. Thank you.
Good. He's new, by the way.
My name's Alex Gray. I'm captain of the football team at Silver Oak Academy. I'm also running for president of SGA.
My name is student athlete Shelton. I'm 19 at Lee Silver. I'm going to college for business administration.
Good morning. My name is Kyle Washington. I'm a student at Silver Oak Academy, and when I graduate, I'm going to college for mechanical engineering.
There's a lot of success stories out there, guys. So if anybody wants a tour, get a hold of Bill Sipes, Kevin McLeod. It's a great place to go. Gina Valentine, who's with Veteran Services, with Department of Aging and Disabilities. It's a great program. Thank you all for your service, by the way, and God bless America, too.
Thank you, Nancy. Good morning. I have to make sure that I don't fall backwards here because I am naturally a klutz. So yeah, so I better not get too close. Thank you, Audrey. Always looking out. So good morning again. I'm Gina Valentine with the Bureau of Aging and Disabilities. I'm here to talk to you all about it this morning and share information with you about our Veteran Services Program. The Veteran Services Program of Carroll County, it was implemented in October of 2013. It is a fantastic addition to the programs that we offer within Carroll County government and at the Bureau of Aging and Disabilities. I also want to introduce Carrie Kiefer and Sarah Handwerger. They are our Veteran Services Officers, and they are accredited by Maryland Department of Veterans Affairs. We receive in-kind training and support from Maryland Department of Veterans Affairs, and we are the only county in the state of Maryland that has county-employed Veteran Services Officers. So we greatly appreciate the support that we get in order to be able to run the program that we have. So Carrie and Sarah are going to join in with the presentation with me this morning, but I want to give you some background information about the program. Since the inception of the program, our Veteran Services Officers have served over 5,000 veterans and their family members. And the program has recouped over $6 million or recovered over $6 million in pension and compensation claims for Carroll County veterans. So that is a huge success. We do hear the difficulties, and we have for years, that veterans have with getting their compensation and pension claims through to the VA, but our staff members, they work wonders and they get the job done. And then with the support that we have from Maryland Department of Veterans Affairs to help us with any issues that we encounter, it just helps to reach all of those successes. So what we do, of course, is that we serve the veterans of Carroll County and their family members to help them apply for pension and compensation claims, and also help them connect to the VA medical system. We also have another part of the program that I'll talk about a little later on, but I'm going to hand over the next pieces. And I'm sorry, Alex, I forget that you're over there. If you want to go ahead and go 2 slides down. So the services provided, I'm going to hand over to Sarah and Carrie.
Good morning. So like Gina touched on, the services that we provide are helping veterans and their families with compensations and pensions for disabilities, for surviving spouse pensions as well. We also help with advocating for the VA. So if anybody has an issue, we always tell our clients, please contact us first if the VA contacts you, and then we're their point of contact with the VA. We also get support from Maryland Department of Veteran Affairs, so they're able to step in when necessary. And then we also assist with obtaining DD-214s and any military records. We can advocate with that system as well. We're able to track claims. When someone works with us, we are assigned what they call a limited power of attorney, and that just means that we have access to someone's claim with the VA, and we can continue to follow it. Even years down the road, when somebody's worked with us, we're able to see all the original documents that have been submitted for claims. We can also help with notice of disagreements and formal appeals, which then also pulls in Maryland Department of Veteran Affairs.
Okay. Next slide. So basically, we just help get veterans and their family members DD-214s to show their service. You need a DD-214 to go with any claim that we submit, so whether it's for the health application or the pension or the death pension, survivor's pension, you always need a DD-214. So they're always just good to have, even if you aren't ready to file yet.
And then the disability compensation claim, that's a monthly benefit that addresses disabilities, diseases or injuries occurred or aggravated during service. To be eligible for this, you have to have a current physical or mental disability, you have become ill or injured during your service, or you have a disability before you entered the service, and activities, injury, or illness during your service made the condition worse.
So the VA has presumptive conditions. One is Agent Orange. It's associated with the Vietnam veteran service. The other is burn pits, Camp Lejeune water contamination. A lot of Marines have that. There was a certain year frame that you would have to be in South Carolina? Yes. South Carolina. There's Gulf War veterans, atomic veterans, and then former prison of war have the presumptive conditions.
And then for this presentation, the next 2 slides, you guys have this information in your packet. We won't read over those, so you can skip to the pension claim. And then for this is the survivor's pension claim, or the death pension, unfortunately, as the VA loves to call it. You'll hear those two interchangeably. It's the exact same thing. It's eligible for surviving spouses of a veteran. And then the VA helps veterans and their families cope with financial hardships by providing with supplemental income through the pension programs. It's a tax-free money benefit, and those who are eligible for the pension and housebound status or require aid and attendance from another person could receive additional monies for that as well. And the eligibility requirements are listed out here for the survivor's pension. You have to be over the age of 65 with a limited or no income, totally or permanently disabled, or a patient at a nursing home, or receiving Social Security disability insurance or SSI. The veteran, there's an eligibility for their service, as well as the surviving spouse cannot have been remarried since the death of the veteran.
And there are medical benefits for a veteran. It does not go to the spouse of a veteran, it's only for the veteran. The only eligibility requirement is an income of under $59,000. There's no net worth eligibility requirement anymore. They must have been an active military service member, and they must have been separated under honorable conditions, or other than honorable, general.
Thank you, ladies, very much. If you want to go through the next 4 slides, the 4 slides are the VA medical centers. And so an additional service that Carroll County government offers is a veteran shuttle that transports veterans at no cost and a caregiver at no cost to the 4 VA medical facilities that you see. That's Green Street in Baltimore, Fort Detrick, Loch Raven, and Martinsburg, West Virginia. So that is a great addition. We have nearly 300 veterans that are registered to utilize that service, and there are about, I think, 50 trips that are provided every month. If there's an alternate location that a veteran needs to go to, because many times the VA is, if a veteran needs an exam to go along with part of their claim, it might be outsourced, the appointment, to another physician that's outside of the VA medical system. So sometimes we do get requests to transport veterans to different locations. So that is an additional service. We also have something called the Veterans Home and Community-Based Services Program. It is a contract that we have with Maryland Department of Aging. The funding is provided by the VA, the federal VA, and it provides services to veterans to help keep them in their homes and keep them out of an institutional setting. So the program pays for personal care services. It could pay for some other items that the veteran might need, such as lawn upkeep, or what other kinds of services, Carrie? It's mostly the personal care. The personal care is the main thing. Anything else in the home to maintain the home, to keep the veteran in their home. So it is a great program. A veteran could have a budget of up to around $3,000 a month to help them provide them with services. We are limited to 5 veterans in the program because of the funding that comes through the VA. We get our referrals from Perry Point, and each VA medical center that's involved in this program, they have a budget, and then after so many years, they have to be able to fund it on their own. So it is a limited number of veterans, but we're just glad that we're able to offer that service to veterans in the county, and they also get case management services as well. Another piece to the program, and boy has our program grown since 2013. We started with 2 veteran services officers who worked part-time, and we've grown to 3 veteran services officers, and then an additional position that provides case management services to veterans. So in fiscal year 17, last year, we received a very generous grant from the Collert Foundation to be able to provide financial assistance to veterans in need. And what came out of that is that we became the primary point of contact in the county for homeless veterans. And we are able to, when a veteran that comes to us, and if they're eligible for our services, we're able to get them off the streets the same day. And we get them into a hotel and get them off the streets. We make sure they have food, they have clothing, and then we begin the process of trying to get them to become self-sufficient. Many of the veterans that we've worked with since August of 2016 have had addiction issues. So we work very hard to get them connected to treatment. And then keep them moving forward. We've had a lot of success with that piece of the program. And then we provide also additional financial assistance to veterans to divert them from homelessness. We want to avoid that at all costs if we can. And so that's gone very well. So we might provide assistance with paying for rent or back rent to keep them from getting evicted. But also then case management services to get them on that path to, again, be able to financially manage on their own. We've paid for utility bills, we've paid for food, we've paid for clothing, for transportation. If there's an emergency need to get to a medical appointment that maybe the veteran shuttle can't accommodate, then we can assist with that as well. So again, that's been a great addition to the program. I know your handout says that we've served about a total of 35 veterans, but that number is higher than that. And we've worked with at least 35 homeless veterans, over that period of time. And I think none of us realized that there were that many homeless veterans in Carroll County. And we continue to serve. We have 2 veterans right now in the hotel, and we're working to get one into treatment and to get the other one, financially self-sufficient and to be able to get an apartment and employment as well. That's another piece that we help veterans with, connecting to employment. Todd Mitchell, many of you might be familiar with Todd Mitchell in the community. He implemented the veteran-friendly business initiative, and so we reach out to Todd when we have a veteran who's searching for employment, and he works very hard to help us connect the veterans to employment throughout his network. So with that, I think we've covered everything. I want to thank Nancy for having us here today, and also want to thank Sarah and Carrie and Sarah. I can't speak this morning for the life of me. For being here, to also present. Of course, if you have any questions, we'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Yes. That's a great question. Yes, we need to work on that connection a little bit, but we have been referred. They are referring veterans to us when. Mm-hmm. That would be fantastic, because then we will be better prepared to, if we know that a veteran is going to be getting released from the detention center and that individual needs treatment, we can start that process rather than when they are on the street and homeless. Because we want to avoid that at all costs and get the ball rolling for them, because it does take a period of time. We work pretty closely with Martinsburg. Mostly, but it does take some time, especially if they don't have any openings. So that's fantastic. Yes, thank you for asking that. Yes, Ken.
A year or so ago, I was reading about the Armory.
Yeah, I fully expected that question. Mr. Frank Valenti and Mr. Ed Kramer, they are going to speak to that. I'm so glad they're here this morning. Nancy, is there another mic? They can't hear the question. The question was about the Armory project, that there's been some articles in the paper about it, and the Armory project to then assist homeless veterans and their family members. So Frank Valenti and Ed Kramer, they can speak to that.
Next presentation, I guess. Why don't you give them a hand, please, ladies and gentlemen, for all the hard work they're doing. There are some flyers on your table, and I have extra flyers. In 2015, April of 2015, the county was given the U.S. Army at 404 Malcolm Drive. That's right past the Starbucks as you're going down 97. They thought they'd use that for law enforcement purposes. That didn't pan out. So I was meeting with the commissioner, specifically Commissioner Weaver, and we had a conversation about what are you going to do with this 13,000 square foot building. And at the time, I was the chairperson for the Veterans Advisory Council. I said, well, why don't we turn it into a homeless shelter for veterans? And so we've now completed an application, given it to the county. They will forward that to Health and Human Services down in Washington, the federal government. Once that application is approved, then the building can be used for homeless veterans and transitional services. Okay, so it's not just to house individuals, but it's to provide a variety of care, working with all of our community partners, whether it's the health department, Access Carroll, Carroll County Government, Youth Services Bureau, whatever. We'll be doing what we call memorandums of understanding with all those organizations. So this is a long-term project. We've just started. We've finished our articles of incorporation. We're now incorporated. We'll be going for 501c3e status with the federal government, so it'll be a tax-exempt organization as well. I'm working with the Callard Foundation. It was mentioned earlier. I've spoken to Weinberg. We have some businesses in the community. We will be looking to start fundraising very, very soon once we get word back from HHS that the county can have the building. Then our nonprofit, the Carroll County Veterans Independence Project, VIP, will sign a lease with the county, and we will begin the construction on the building. It's 13,000 square feet. It'll be approximately $200 a square foot to renovate the building. Unfortunately, the building had a indoor firing range, so there'll be lead abatement, and there is asbestos abatement. The building was constructed in 1961, so it has all those wonderful things that were in the building from 1961 that we all know and love. But we're going to make it well, absolutely. Ed, would you like to say something? Okay. All right. What the heck? We've been down to Annapolis, and we made a presentation to Secretary Owings, the Maryland VA Secretary. He's behind this project. We're getting elective official support behind this project. We'll be putting a bond bill together for submission to the new session. It's going to be starting in January to raise money that way, as well as having fundraisers. I mentioned the Callard Foundation and Weinberg. We're working with both those foundations to get money from them as well. Plus, we'll be working with local VA, DAV, those organizations in the community, and others to raise funds, because it's going to cost about $4.5 million, as I mentioned earlier. One of the mentors on this project is Audrey Simino, who is one of our guiding lights. Please give Audrey a hand. She's been very, very helpful in moving this project forward. We're going to have 16 rooms, 4 family rooms, and 12 rooms for single veterans. The building is on 3.81 acres, so we're also going to use that additional acreage to do some other things. I'm sure you've heard of those tiny houses. You see those little tiny houses? There's a show on TV. Well, once we have the veterans in the facility, we're going to transition them, that's the long-range plan, to these tiny houses that we'll put on the property. So they'll move from, if you will, a group setting to an individual on their own kind of setting. So it's not just keeping them in a group setting, it's graduating them and moving them to their own house, their own area. And this will be for veterans and their family members. That's why some of the bedrooms will be for veterans and their spouse and their children as well. Does anybody have any questions? Please. Yes, we are working on, we're going to have an area for pets, for boarding pets. We know a lot of veterans have pets. Dogs only. No. Yes, sir. Is there a time limit as to how long a veteran can stay there? We're looking at a year, possibly a year. There's a facility in Hagerstown, North Point, that has veterans there as well, and they have a program, and we visited that program and see how it's run, and they've been very wonderful of sharing their information and how they're doing everything. And so that's sort of the model that we're looking at. It will mature as it goes along. We'll be hiring an executive director, we'll be hiring a social worker full-time, and other staff members, because it's going to be a 24/7 facility. We'll have people there 24/7. Yes, Audrey, we'll be putting in a commercial kitchen. Yes, I know you have big plans. I know you're going to have big plans. Ed is working with one of the local automobile clubs. We're looking to have a car kind of show rally on the property itself. We'll be putting that together as well for fundraising. Any other questions? All right, thank you. Okay, Ed, here you go. There you go, man.
Several of you have mentioned having your own charitable donation types of events. If anyone is interested in sponsoring an event where part of your proceeds would come to our project, we certainly are going to continue to solicit, beg, kneel, whatever we need to do to make sure we have the funding to bring this project to fruition in short order, as quickly as we can. But what Frank didn't mention, and I think it's important, is by our best estimates right now, we're looking at about a $500,000 annual budget. So as a nonprofit, we're going to be out there in the community asking all of you and everyone to keep an open mind about helping support our veterans. Thank you. Anybody else? Anything else? Thank you, Nancy.
Does anybody know how many veterans are in Carroll County? Oh, yeah, Bill, I already told you, so I know you know. I mean, come on. There's over 13,000 veterans here in Carroll County. And as Gina mentioned earlier, they're serving about 35 homeless veterans. That number is bigger. You know, they do the PIT, the point-in-time study, every January. Well, I know where I'm in January, and it's not outside. I'm hiding inside where it's warm. So there's a lot more homeless veterans in this community, and we've got to do everything we can to serve them. Thank you.
What a great program coming down. And, you know, this is something I think we're all proud of Carroll County, because the synergy that's together, that works together, not just Carroll County. We have people from Frederick County that support our causes too. And you guys are just amazing. You're what makes it happen, and thank you. You're the spirit of Carroll County. Thank you. Like to see you next month. It's going to be on homelessness, which transitions into what they were talking about today, and that's a critical piece with winter coming up. See you then.